Next up, we'll take a look at the Yugo audio plugins, the Ironhead percussion synthesizer and Tunguska, a morphing multi-effect plug that comes along with Ironhead. Let's take a look.
So this is Ironhead from Yugo. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce it. But anyway, it's a drum synthesizer. And basically, you have all these different types of sounds, and he classifies it thud, sort of the kick, whack as sort of your snare. There's thud. I'm going to turn off the delay really quick. Okay, so when you hit that one note, you can see it's triggering this note. That's thud 1. You can control the volume of that. There's also delay send. You can control that. You can control pan. There's multiple outputs on this. We're just going to have it go to output 1. And so over here we have these little XY pads. For the thud, you have tone, noise, and envelope. So if I start moving around the tone knob, actually we're on tone A. All right. So we can hear the kick change in tone. We can change the noise.
It sounds like it's changing the pitch a little bit too.
Yeah, the tone will. I think there's just a standard sound in there. This is sort of like a filter.
Just one standard oscillator.
So it seems like up and down on this pad changes the pitch.
Yeah, I hear that.
Left and right.
Filter.
It sounds like it could be a filter. But noise, of course, gives you more thwack. And also does pitch. Pretty cool. And then envelope, if you want to keep on hitting that, you can make it, you hitting that thud still. You can make it like a long envelope,
nice.
Real short. And it's also, you can kind of make it like sort of swell in. So basically you get a lot of different sounds. And then there's also, this is pretty cool, there's a B sound for every sound. So you can have your setup for A. So here's our setup for A. And then we can also have a B sound. And I'm going to switch it to B. So we can have a completely different kick sound. And then what we can do is, you can see this morph button. And you can turn it on and off. And you control morph with an LFO in this section over here. And this is a tempo synced morph. So what I'm going to do is turn the LFO on. And nice. You can hear it sort of changing. And you can change the speed. Or you can slow it down, of course. And you can change the waveform as well. Right now it's just going up and down. And now we got like a triangle. There's different ramps. There's also a sample and hold. If we turn the speed up, we'll see that more. So you can kind of hear that. Let's mess with the snare sound. Can you just start hitting that snare sound? All right. So I'm gonna mess with this one. This one only has tone and envelope. I'm gonna pitch it down a bit. And now I'm going to go to the B sound. All right, so
look out, Pharrell. We're coming for you now with these drum beats.
So that's a completely different sound. And now I'm going to just let it... Just hit the snare, just alone. So now it's just basically changing the sound, like, you know, as it goes. I'm going to turn on the delay, give it some delay. So it's kind of a cool little drum synth. So what I'm going to do now is actually take that MIDI file from last week that you made, that we made after, you know, quantizing and all that. So I'm going to take this, your hair metal thing. Actually, let's listen to what it sounded like before.
Oh, dear.
So that's what we had there. And I'll just bring it down to Ironhead. And we'll listen to what it sounds like there. Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is open it up and open up another preset.
Let's that ride.
Try this hyper preset.
That ride is spooky.
Yeah. Try a few different presets. It's called hyper jab. Ugh. Let's see if we can find that sound.
If we had something without a ride, it'd be better.
is clang. Okay, so I'm going to
Clang.
change this clang sound. That's better. And turn down the volume. Put some delay on it. All right, so
I like the little tom fill in there.
everyone loves that tom fill. So what I'm going to do is just grab it and loop it, and we'll check out Tunguska really quick. Both Ironhead and Tunguska come together as it's just like $20 off the Ugo site, and we'll put the URL up. And this is just sort of, there's a filter and a grain, like a granulizer effect. So let's hear what this does to the drum sound after we loop it. All right. So adding some crazy grain effects here. So there's like an XY control for grain, XY control for filter. And again, we have this morph option. So we can see this is, we see this LFO going between sound A and sound B. And we can actually look at where our sound B is. Turn morph on and off for either grain or filter. So now it's all morphing. We can turn up the speed of the LFO. So that's one preset. We got a bunch of others. That's called Squishy.
Anybody remember GMR tools from Pro Tools? You know what I'm talking about? Where they had that morph setting on all their stuff. They have like a little bottom thing where you can actually set a time to morph things. So it's not like just like morph, done. It's like morph it and it'll slowly mix it and swell it into the other preset. It's pretty cool.
Well, I think that's kind of what this is doing. I just want to, we'll move on really quick, but I just want to hear what it sounds like on regular drums. All right. So I'm going to take this plugin and put it on some regular sounding drums, some acoustic sample drums, and see what it does. So it's kind of a way to space out, your regular drums. And if we wanted to, we could double this tempo and totally get like a total hip hop. So it'd be 260 tempo. And
More like a funk.
I don't know. I think it's a pretty cool synth.
Yeah,
Fun.
nice. That's ugoaudio.com, ugoaudio.com. Check those guys out.